try this out, see what's going on. I'm gonna play some GTA 5 and give you some thoughts on what's on my mind about the dollar bill. So, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, how come the dollar is expensive? What makes that happen? So the original thought was is when I'm by the way, my name is Rusty and got a lot on my mind. So I'm just going to see if anyone wants to watch this or not or who cares. Just came in from outside. It's kind of cold and it's nice and warm in here. So all right, where are we going with this thought? I'm going to be playing my video game, so I probably won't be looking at this too much. But um, yeah, so I was thinking back in the day. I'm 38 now, and I started working at a fast food restaurant when I was 16. I don't know, a while ago. And so I'm not trying to promote any restaurant or anywhere. I'm just gonna keep this as vague as I can. Um, so every restaurant has their number one meal, the one sandwich that they're proud of, or whatever they make. And playing
Trevor.
some GTA
Hey.
5. Um, anyway, so the um, the number one, any
Yeah.
restaurant
Huh?
has
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Like what are they famous for? They also have like chicken and fish and burgers, cheeseburgers, but they always have the one.
All
Anyway,
right, bro. I know someone. Hey, talk to Lester. He'll have a good angle on this.
all right. So anyway, the
Why would
when
I
I
need to do
started
that?
working, that sandwich would have a deal. It'd be 99 cents or a dollar once a week, whatever. You know. So when I started working, I think my pay was $7 an hour. I mean, when I first started, it was like 4.75, but I remember mostly getting paid $7 an hour. So 1 hour of work would buy me seven of the sandwich, you know. And so now when I drive around, I see advertisements on multiple restaurants advertising their sandwich 2 for $6. So it's $3 a piece. Back when it used to be $1 a piece. And then they're starting out people at 12.50 an hour. So basically, now if I go and work at that fast food restaurant, I can get four sandwiches for 1 hour of work versus seven sandwiches per 1 hour of work. So I'm kind of wondering, like, why is that? It just I would still have to work the same amount. Maybe even more. There's more people. More people are, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't work fast food, but I can only imagine it's not getting any slower. I mean, they're still in business. They're still making money. So, but then that brings back the next question of what gives the dollar value? Like the dollar isn't backed by sandwiches. The dollar isn't backed by anything tangible. It's just an idea. Like, oh, I can go and get a $5 meal at any restaurant. Well, what's $5? Well, $5 is, you know, let's say you're making 20 bucks an hour, you could buy four of those meals an hour. Um, and then it's like, well, back in the day, a $5 meal, you could get that same, probably even better food, and it was $2.99. So, you're getting less. The quality of food has dropped because if you want to get the number one combo, you're going to spend $8 versus 3. So 369, it's gone up 3 times. So that brings me to my bread and butter, which is cryptocurrency. So for fun numbers right now, we're just going to say right now we'll talk about Ethereum and the cryptocurrency. If I wanted to send $5 worth of cryptocurrency, it would cost me 0.01 something in Ethereum in the crypto coin, and that coin is holding the dollar value. And what's the dollar? Well, it's an idea. I don't know. It's just the bank says it has value. And so that was my thought. Now, as the dollar keeps losing value, that means that that zero point 0.01 Ethereum today is going to be, it's still going to hold the same value. So let's say if I'm going to spend $5 on gas and get 2 gallons, I'm just throwing numbers out there, that would cost me 0.01 something Ethereum. Now, if gas went up $5 a gallon, I would hope that the value of Ethereum would stay with it, meaning that 0.01 will still get me the 2 gallons. So I'm talking the Ethereum product versus the gasoline product. So that should always stay in sync with each other. Kind of like precious metals. 1 ounce of silver should always get you 5 gallons of gas, no matter what the price of gas is, because they are tangible assets that don't lose their value. Just like back in the day, back in 1925, 1930, you could spend $25 and get a full suit, and you'd look good, come with the tie and the coat and the pants and the shoes, and that would cost you $25 or 1 ounce of gold. Today, the last time I bought a suit, it's been a few years ago now, but I spent $800 on a suit. Or I could have used 1 ounce of gold at the time. So.
What's up? Are you joking? You ruined my life.
Playing some more GTA. Well, we can skip this. Now we'll let it go.
Seriously, do you know how bad I want
Anyway,
that?
so that's my thought.
It's like an amazing
So I'm
opportunity.
thinking.
You're such a fucking fuck. You really are.
All right. So I'm thinking. In the future, no matter what the idea of the dollar and the value, that means the price, that whatever the dollar is, something always has to match it in a tangible sense. Ears itchy. I'm just going live. I don't know. I'm just sitting here thinking. So the drink here. So, yeah, the thought is the dollar is just an idea, you know? And so basically with cryptocurrency, you wouldn't have to, I could send you $5 worth, and today's price is not going to reflect $5 worth in the future. Just like with the gold and silver. Because if I could go back in time with my cash today and buy a bunch of gold and then come back, I would have a big pile of gold. But I can't do that because the dollar is deflationary. It loses its value year after year. So when I think about all the money that I have invested into my 401k and into my retirement plan, $50,000 might sound like a lot of money today, but when I have to retire in 30 years, what's $50,000 going to buy me? I mean, the price of that 99-cent sandwich is probably going to be like $20. A gallon of gas might cost 15, who knows? I mean, I've seen gas as high as 4.25 here in my state here, and that was back even years ago. Now we're sitting at like 2.79, but that doesn't change the fact that, well, and that's the other thing too, the gas is what backs the dollar, and when the oil comes in, they can basically price it however they want because that's what they've negotiated with the oil companies. Because I don't work in an oil field. I don't know, but I assume like the fast food restaurant, it hasn't changed. They just got to go find it, drill a hole, and it's probably getting harder to get. So the price is probably going to go up because we got to accommodate the price of production. Just because oil is there's a finite amount of oil on the planet. Just like there's a finite amount of silver and gold and a finite amount of Bitcoin, for example. Also Ethereum. Now they have other coins that that are just unlimited, like the Doge, which still is holding its value, and that blows my mind. It's not profitable to mine, but people still do it. It's still there. It's still rolling. Like it's a joke, but it's a funny joke that people enjoy playing with. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just, I'm just wasting time here because, I got a lot on my mind, but so I can't sleep. We just stay awake. Maybe someone will start watching. I don't know. Yeah, but just like I say, I'm 38, single guy, play video games, single, no kids, living in my house, just thinking of ways to preserve my wealth. I hope one day if I get to retire, I'll have enough cryptocurrency to retire on, because the dollar, I mean, this whole banking system it started out, I think, in 1913. And here we are in 2018, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 105 years of this same old, same old. And back in the 50s, you know, when my grandparents were growing up, they could buy a hamburger for a nickel and get some change back. And now, I mean, you know, I mean, I remember buying, you know, you go to one place and you get cheeseburgers for a quarter. Now you go to that same restaurant and they got them, you know, for $1 or $1.50 a piece. So I don't know. I just think in the next 30 years, what's going to happen? And then we have, like, I'm not alone in this. We have a lot of people in my age range that are kind of feeling like, I don't know. I like to think that I'm middle class or at least upper middle class, but you know, poverty is really only a few bucks away. You know, it's not. I mean, my car is many years old. It's paid off. I have a motorcycle that's 10 years old. That's paid off. You know, I mean, I don't have anything new or, you know, everything I have is old. It's funny. I kind of think about this, and the more I sit here and look at my stuff, I kind of understand the Adams family and the Munsters a little more. They, you know, they're just very content with what they have, and it's old. And when people come and visit, they're just like, "Look at all this old stuff," and they're like, "What are you talking about? It's just what we have." So I don't know. I like to think that, you know, I like to think that that's me. You know, I mean, obviously I'm playing a PlayStation 4, but I mean I've had this thing for quite a while too. It's still relevant, and they still sell them in the store, and but you know, I don't know. Just, you know, no views yet. That's all right. We've been live for 17 minutes and 37 seconds, so we're doing all right. I just got Trevor here, so he's probably my, I don't know. He's I don't want to say he's relatable, but he's I might know some people that if they don't get this dollar figured out, they might end up like him, you know, I don't know. I relate more to Michael, you know, or Franklin even. I got some really good friends, and I have a good crew too, you know, so but very 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 fun to just, you know, just be a calm, cool, chill guy, and here we are living a vicarious dream on GTA 5, just like all the other video game players out there, I guess. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, and it just, I don't know, what should we talk about? Yeah, it just, the world that, the world that I want to know is just, I feel it's just out of my grasp. It's right there. I feel a little bad because you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes, and I get emotional, and I was I was out at, oh, I was out walking around on the street, and a guy came up to me, and he's like, "Hey man, you got any change?" And I'm just like, if I had $1,000 more, I could buy this whole town. And he's like, "I feel you, man." I'm like, that's the honest truth. It's just this dollar paradigm. They want you to almost get it, but not quite. And then it's like something to strive for, and that's when I gave up. I'm like, you know what? Like, I am content. Like I have to be because there's, you know, it's like if you're not happy with what you have, and if you're always wanting, that's no way to live. You know, like I still have dreams for my house, and I want to remodel this and do that, and it's like, it's fine. Like I don't want to say I don't care anymore, but I've just lost that whole mentality. I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm warm. I'm cool. I'm like whatever I need. If I need the heat on, the heat's on. If I need the air on, the air's on. If you know, like I wanted a hot tub, and instead of going out and buying a $6,000, $10,000 hot tub, I just found one for $1,000, and it's fine. I mean, it's not elaborate. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but at least it's something. I mean, my whole philosophy on life is take care of everyone first, and then whatever's left, you kind of enjoy, and that's where I'm at. Like I've helped everyone I can. Now I'm just trying to stay cool, and I am, just roll with the punches and enjoy what you got. Whoops, driving all over the place here. Yeah, I mean, and it's like I hate to like kill my own dream, but you're not really killing it. You're just taking your time to get where and what you want without going into too much debt and just taking one day at a time. Like I'm not rushing out to find a girlfriend or it's hard. We could go on a dating. We could talk about dating too. I mean, it's tough. It's just, you know, you I don't know. That's again, that's an emotional topic that honestly hurts me. You try so hard to just live a good life and be good to everyone, and then you get taken. I've gotten taken advantage of, and it's not fun. You're just like, well, that didn't work out, and you just gotta kind of walk away. And I mean, you can be hurt about it, but it's like no one's gonna save you. You know, not that I need to be saved, but it would be nice to have a partner. But you just it's just everyone is so the word is like hypergamy. It's hypergamous. It's like I want it now and blah 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 and I don't want to wait and da da da, and it's like, I can wait. I can chill. I like sitting around. I got a VCR. I'm old school. I got hundreds, multiple hundreds of just videotapes that I've bought in over the years, and it's like, you want to come over and watch a movie? I got it on tape, and we'll watch it. I mean, obviously, I got DVDs and Blu-rays, and now there's Netflix. I mean, it's here. I mean, all those years of all those videotapes I bought and all of those DVDs, now they're just sitting on a shelf collecting dust. We just, it's not like people come over and watch it anyways. I do. I pop it in every now and then and, watch my old comedies. God, I sound like an old boring person, don't I? As I'm playing GTA 5. It's like, oh, I got the new $1,100 blah 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 phone, and I'm like, well, good for you. I paid $59 and it's prepay and shit works, and it's like I pay $45 a month for the 10 gig plan, and everyone else is like, oh, you should, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to do anything. I can just sit here, go to work, I mean, let's go back to crypto. I mine cryptocurrency, so I have very high. I don't know. I have very specific computers and computing power that I've spent a lot of money on, and that's kind of where it went now. I'm like, now I'm earning a fair living just letting these computers run, and I'm in the process of finding another job because I sit around the house all day and I'm bored. It's like, I go out and I buy a cigar, and I go out and I go out to eat, and I mean, there's only you just sit around. Like, I go drive the car, I go to the store. I mean, it's just like there's nothing really, you can do unless it's shopping. I go to the zoo, go look at the flowers and the animals, and I mean, very, I don't know, go on vacation once in a while, rarely. I don't know. We could talk about that. I have a little Mazda 3 that I turned into a camper. So I took out the back seat and I made it so I can sleep back there, put my feet in the trunk and my head goes behind the passenger seat, and I fit really well, and I black out the windows, and then I drive to drive around the country. I've been, I go through, drive to Las Vegas and drive through Hollywood and California. Now that's fun. I like Hollywood. So basically, being that my car is just a car, and it, you would not know that I camp in there. So I can park just. I could eat like in Hollywood, for example. They only their meters end at 6 p.m. and then they start up again at like, I don't know, 8. I don't know, but you just park on the street in Hollywood or San Francisco, wherever you want. You just park your car and jump in the back and go to sleep, and you wake up the next day. And I got a gym membership, and they're national, so I just go to the gym and take a shower and shave or whatever I got to do, take care of it at the gym, and get some food, stop at a fast food place, and chill. Hey, I got a viewer. What's going on, dude? Um, yeah, so if, the, like I said, the old Mazda 3, I fit back there. It's a perfect fit, and I could actually put a second person in there too and just drive around. Um, my viewer, I'm playing GTA 5 right now, so I don't know how this works. I'm just bored talking to myself and you. Um, so yeah, I'm tired of, I had the 9 to 5, well, not 9 to 5, but I had a 40-hour week job where I worked 5 days a week, and, it got so, I sat in an office all day, and like I'd listen to music on my computer, and I'd work, but it's just like every day you just like go to work, then you come home, and so like you wake up, you do your wake up routine, take a shower, use the bathroom, and then like I would run over to the cigar shop, get a cigar, then I'd go to the gas station, buy myself a salad and a pop, and then I'd sit at my employment. I'd be there an hour and a half, hour before I had to start my shift, and I would just sit in the parking lot, listen to music, and smoke a cigar. And then I'd go in, go to work, and then 8 hours later I'd get off, and then I'd come home, and I worked overnight. So then it was my choice. Either I could stay up for a couple hours and then go to bed, or I could go to bed right away. And that's what I preferred. I'd just come home at like 9 a.m. and go right to bed. Then I'd wake up at 3 or 4, and then I'd be up from 4 to, well, then my shift started at midnight. So, I'd just be up, spend my day, go to Target or, whatever, go make food, But like I'm, and I had a couple renters in my house, and it was just like, they paid rent, and so it kind of worked out. So they'd sleep while I was at work, and then they'd be gone while I slept, and I never saw them, and they never saw me, and I mean, we obviously like had time together, and we hung out and stuff, but yeah, it was a good deal. But it just gets so boring. You're just like, this is my life, like it, and then like to try to get time off to, I don't know, it's go on vacation. You get 2 weeks a year, whatever it is, 3, 4 weeks, whatever I got, I don't remember. And which was nice, but I don't know. Yeah, well, we're gone for a half hour, a little over. This is kind of nice. I don't, I don't want to say I'm antisocial. I am, for lack of a better word, I don't know how to make friends. I don't know. I got some people I hang out with, but I don't drink, so it's like I go ride my motorcycle by myself. I'm not in a motorcycle gang. I don't bowl. I would go bowling. I don't know. Just the people that I know don't want to do that. The people I know, they like to eat. Well, we all like to eat, so I always seem to be going to restaurants with people, and that's fine. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's like a need, I guess. You gotta eat, but hmm. But like today, I was just driving around looking for something to do, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm one of those hopeless, hopeless romantics, I suppose. I have my heart set on one person and one person only, and that person ignores me, and it's like I just don't even care anymore. I'm just like, like I tried. I spent many years trying to make this girl happy, and I just never. She never gave me the opportunity that I wanted, I guess. And then I have to like go out into the world, and it's like, oh, why are guys like this? Why are guys like this? And I'm like, I'm not. And then it's like, well, you're a nice guy. You're my friend, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, all right. So, whatever. And now here I sit, pile of money, bunch of old shit, and, I mean, yeah, what a boring life. Making YouTube videos. I spend a lot of time listening to YouTube and to content creators, and I don't know. Well, I guess this car is dead. All right, look at that. What's this? Oop. Oops. Thanks. Oh well. So yeah. Um, what else is on my mind? This is actually kind of good therapy. I don't really get to talk to people, and even though no one's watching, I feel like maybe someone will watch this video, and if not, I don't care. Like I say, like I'm just the chillest. I don't know. I do get that stupid emotional stuff where it's like, why are you so crazy? But then I'm the mean guy. Why are you so mean? I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just asking a very specific question that people don't want to answer. Oh. Oh well. I wonder how many other people are on just blabbing to themselves right now, you know? Excuse me. It's late. But, yeah. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I don't got much, I got no plans. I guess I am waiting for a couple of people to call me back for a job because I'm just bored. I need something in my life. Maybe I can meet some new people there. I don't know. But yeah, this cryptocurrency thing is a really good thing. I just the only thing I got to worry about is paying my electric bill and the internet bill. And, I can turn internet and electricity into money. Like that's kind of impressive, I think. So, and I know a lot of people that are also in the cryptocurrency, and I'm trying to, and on places that I go, I do smoke cigars, and I have specific cigar shops that I like to spend money at, and I am in the process of showing them how to accept cryptos as a form of payment because it's cheaper for me to just send over some crypto than it is to turn it into a dollar and then take that dollar in and then the price goes up and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, well, here, just how much you want? Do, send, done. No bills involved, no checks involved, no check cards involved, no bank involved. It's just like done, settled. 30 seconds. It's just as quick to use crypto as it is to use that chipped card, And then that's weird too. It's like this bank says I have enough worth for this device. And well, I have that in crypto. This crypto, and they accept it and I accept it and it's a good alternative. Yeah. It's just tough. It's tough out there, guys. Like, you know, I guess maybe I'm naive, but I just don't even know how to, like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's hard. What's my thought? My thought is, I don't date because like I said, that one girl is holding oops, my, that one girl is holding my heart, and I'm letting her hold it. And I go out and I get a lot of pretty girls. They're always like looking at me, and it's like, hey, blah blah blah, and I get hit on all the time, and I'm like, I just don't have that connection that I believe exists between me and this other girl. And maybe it doesn't even exist. Maybe it's just in my head. But I can't believe that I can feel a certain way and she can't. And maybe I don't know. I don't know. But I'm at the point of not even caring. I'm just happy with what I have right now and and everything. I make it work. As dysfunctional as the world is meeting people, is dating, is paying bills. I mean, everyone has the same worry. Like I think, it's like everyone has a sidekick, It's like Batman has Robin, and I don't know. That was the one example that popped in my head real quick, but Michael has, Franklin, and There's always like another just buddy. And that's what I always look for in a person. And I just figured this one specific girl, and as weird as it sounds, it's like I grew up with her. And now here we are, we're both older, and I don't know. We just, I think that I resonate with her really well. But if she doesn't think so, that's fine. I'll just sit here and be happy with what I have. Because, I mean, it's like, I don't have any desire to even have any kids either. You know, I just look at the world and it's like, well, what am I leaving them? You know, it's like, there's really nothing. I don't want to say there's nothing good because there's a lot of good in the world, but when, I don't know, it's just, I see how the world is around me, and it just makes me sad that, like, for example, I graduated high school in the year 2000. And my senior year, after class, the school was set up kind of cool because in the senior area it had these locker area. It was a balcony, so you could look over at the common area. But the balcony, the lockers were like up to your chest, or you know, they weren't full size lockers, and then there were rows of them, so you could like, what is going on? Oops. um, Now the cops are on me. Um, Great. So anyway, my senior year, after school, after class got out, we would we would be up in the locker area, and we would actually play laser tag. We had the guns in our locker, and we asked the principal. We're like, "Hey, can we play laser tag?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's a good idea," you know. So we were up there. We had the vests on, and we were shooting people, and there was like 15 of us just running around in the school playing laser tag with each other. Like, there's no way they would allow that today, you know. I mean, we were just having innocent fun, and it was a good time. So, what's it gonna be like? Like, if I had a kid today, I mean, that's, 18 years from now. I mean, it's probably gonna be like a prison. Oh, leave me alone, guys. You had the roadblock up. You hit me. And off we go. Look at that. And I got relatives that are young and in school, 10 years old, and they're, I mean, they play video games too, and it's just like I tell them these stories, and they're just like amazed that the shit we got away with. But it's the same thing, I guess, when I hear stories that my dad and parents tell me and the shit they got away with, and I'm just like, that's just as crazy as us running around with laser guns in school and playing the game. I suppose they saw it as exercise because we were like jumping over the. Yeah, it was fun. I'm trying to. Oh shit. I need to hurry up and get another car before these cops come, and I'm on fire, and I blew up. All right. Well, we're at 44 minutes and 53 seconds. Had the one viewer. All right. What time is it? 2? Almost 2 in the morning? Well, that's okay. Wake up at 10. Wake up at noon. What does it matter? All I gotta do is check the computers, make sure they're running. Let's see what's going on here. I don't want that truck. Gotta get me another car here. I keep hitting the wrong button. Get out. And get out. And we're off. Alright. Now what's on my mind? You know, this is good. I got a lot off my chest, you know, just a nice calm day, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I just think of like the other content producers where they're on here for like 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, and that's no joke. I'm just like, who's gonna sit and watch an hour long? But when you're making it, you're just like, well, I'll just keep talking, and if people want to listen, they can listen. You know, maybe someone just hits play on something and goes to bed. You know, that's what I do. Then I wake up and it's like talking about all kinds of stuff that I have no idea what they're talking about, but you know, pop it on autoplay and let it roll. You know. You know. Could talk about I was trying to keep this as generic and neutral as I can without speaking of particular events or places, but I guess I brought up cities, so. Yeah, Hollywood's nice. I wish I could go back out to California. Maybe one day. I hear San Francisco has a poop problem out there. They have to have poop patrol. That's kind of gross. People crapping all over the place. I don't know if it's real or not. That's just what I've heard. But I do a lot of. I'm very well read. I do keep an eye on the news, alternative media. You know, I like to know what's happening, and it's kind of fun. There's a gas station down by my house that I like to. You know, obviously I'm not in a video game, but it is kind of fun to. I don't know. It is fun to, you know, go down and I don't know. You go down to the gas station at like 10:30, 11 at night. It's a shady place. You know, you got the employees behind the bulletproof glass, and I walk in there and just like, what's going on back there? Like, it's not scary out here. Come on out. You know, it's fun. And then people looking at me like I'm crazy. And that's fine. I ain't doing nothing else with my life. And then, you know, I get crazy too, because it's like, what are they gonna do? I mean, I'm not doing nothing. I'm pretty friendly with everyone, so let's see if we can do this jump here. Boom! Look at that. Oh, you can't see that. Well, so it's kind of like a cigar talk, minus the cigar, you know? Oh. All right, we got it. Oh, not me. The cops are talking to someone else. I look at the controller, make sure it's not flashing. Like I say, we use the PlayStation 4 over here. I don't know. Everyone else I know is a big Xbox fan, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not bashing anything. I'm just saying that a lot of people I know that have Xboxes, I've just heard there's been issues with them, and I don't know. And they're PC based, where this Sony is like their proprietary yada yada. So I don't know. Everything I got the 3, the 4, the PSP. You know, I have a PlayStation. I never had the PS2, which I used to. This is how old I am. When the PlayStation 2 came out, we could go down to the video store and actually rent the PlayStation 2. Wow, we could rent VCRs back then too, you know? Man, that's come in a gray or a brown hard plastic case, and you just take the one end off and plug, and then the other one you plugged into the TV. I wonder whatever happened to those. Oh well. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, I've kind of moved from. I grew up in a smaller town, and then I moved to the quote unquote big city, but really I live in a suburb. So life in the suburb of a big city is really no different than the town that I grew up in. You know, other than there being like like one department store in one mall, we got 7 malls and 7 of the same department store. So if one, so if you went to Target or Walmart or Kmart or whatever, you had one. Where here in the cities, it's like, well, you can drive and they're everywhere. So that's kind of nice. You can use that to your advantage. Well, and having one's an advantage too. They're just different. Like, oh, you don't have it here? I'll go to a different one. But if you're in my hometown, like, well, you don't have it. Well, why don't you give me a deal on this one? And then they usually do. So, however you work it. But playing GTA 5 and seeing how the cities have changed, and you can kind of relate it. I don't want to say the big city is more dangerous. It's just more action going on. In the small town, you have like the one spot where everyone goes. Well, here in the metro, you have like many spots where you can have many different people, and it's all good. Nope. Well, I guess I can't get in there. Well, I guess I can't get into the pier. So if you're from, I mean, obviously, I don't know. This is Minnesota, so we're very, I'm not, I guess I'm a Caucasian male, but that doesn't, so in a small town when you're predominantly white people, you know, it's, it's just what you see, it's not like, I mean, I don't care if, I mean, it's just the color of your skin. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just you're a human, and you have, you know, like anything. Like, I hate to oops, like like olives. You have green and black olives. Doesn't mean the olives in are, it just, that's just the color they are. It's not a race thing. So like like I say, it's just what you are. Um, and in my hometown, there's a lot of bias toward other colored people. Here in the cities, it's like, well, you're just another person. How you doing? What do you need? You know. So that's really the only thing. So I don't know. You still get it here with like older people where they're just like they're just angry and bitter. I'm stuck in this stupid thing here. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I don't know what made me think of that because I'm playing GTA 5 and I'm like, it's just like the big city. There are people everywhere and you just look at them in the eye and you say, "Hey guys, how you doing?" You know, and everyone's friendly. I mean, I've never, even though like that gas station down the road is bulletproof glass and all that, I've never been scared of anything. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? The place could be getting robbed, and I'd be like, knock it off, you guys. Like, you know better than that. And then they laugh, you know. Like, it's so dumb. People are so, I don't know. People are just so biased. Terrible. No. I know whenever I get arrested, they don't give me any special treatment, that's for sure. Like, literally beat the shit out of me. But, that's alright. I forgive them. Because you got to. You just gotta, you're, everyone's given a life. Everyone has, like, you come into this planet and you are all granted a life. Like, here's your life. Do what you want with it. And if you are gonna act like you're better than someone else because of reasons, well, that's not for a good life. You know, if you can just be an equal and, love yourself, love the light, love your neighbor as yourself, and this isn't, I don't know if anyone's going to watch this and be like, look at this white privilege. Like, it's not white privilege. It's not any privilege. It's like, I have a life and I worked hard to get what I want. And I don't know, if you don't work hard, like you reap what you sow. If you have a field and you plant a bunch of corn, and you take care of the field, you should get a bunch of corn. But to be like entitled would mean like you planted a field, but you planted a field of corn, but you're expecting to get, I don't know, rhubarb. Well, that ain't gonna happen. You're gonna be very disappointed because you didn't plant rhubarb. And if you don't take care of your field, then all you get is weeds. You can't be mad. Like brushing your teeth. How hard is it to take care of your teeth? I mean, that's like a great example. I know people that have terrible teeth, and it's like you can't spend a couple minutes out of your day to brush your teeth a couple times a day. Like, no, I understand if you don't have dental insurance and stuff. Where am I going with this conversation? I'm just getting tired and dumb. So yeah, if you get anything from this video, brush your teeth. Go to the dentist. A lot of people don't like the dentist. I love it. Feels good. Get in there and scrub them down real good. It's nice. Well, we've had the hour. We hit the hour mark. It's 2:05. And I'm literally just driving around in GTA 5. So what have we all covered? Bitcoin and be good to people and love and live and boom. What if I get some viewers? Well, this song's alright. Get some viewers and start selling ad space. Ah. We'll see how long this lasts. I mean, I don't. That's kind of with me. Like, I get an idea and I sit and do it for a few times and then I stop. Maybe I can be motivated enough to do this. Keep my mind normal. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean by normal. I mean, it's a weird world because if people perceive your words so wrong sometimes, because if like if I walked into a store and I, let's say they're my friends or you know, an acquaintance. Like, I don't want to say the people that are, like, when I go to my cigar store, I go there quite often, so I know all the employees, and I feel like one of the boys, you know? So if I were to walk in there and be like, hey guys, here's $20. Get yourself a cigar and take care of everyone. That would mean buy everyone a cigar, but some people are like, what do you mean take care of them? Like, hurt them? Like, no. Like, what do you think I mean? I'm not malice. I'm not being mean. I'm not angry. You gotta like I can't help that you think that, and like, so dumb. And that's a real situation. Like, it's sad. You hear about. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. But where people interpret you wrong and then the wrong thing happens. And it's like, or if I say like, watch out for, like, to put it in perspective, let's say you had a candle lit. I came to your house and you had a candle lit and it was under a cupboard. I would say, hey, let's move that candle because I don't want your cabinet to catch fire. And then they'd be blaming me like, well, what are you going to do? Light my cabinet on fire? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that candle could cause a fire. I'm not going to start a fire. I'm trying to prevent a fire. But then you get people that are like, oh, well, that's not what you meant. And it's like, well, now you're twisting my words. Knock it off. And then you're like, oh, what are you mad? Like, no, I'm not mad. You're twisting my... And then you get into this stupid argument over absolutely nothing because I'm trying to prevent a fire. Next time, I'll just keep my mouth shut and I'll let you risk... But then when I say that, then they're like, oh, what am I risking? It's like, what are you... Why are you so... Why is your mind weird? But then that's insulting. It's like, you just don't win. And this is literally the issue that I have with a small majority of people. So you just gotta like cut that negativity out of your life. All right. Well, we've been going for an hour and 5 minutes. I'm gonna end this. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Have a good night. Thanks for chilling.